Hey everyone, today is day one of our 7-night cruise on MSC World America. Today started off bright and early. We woke up at a hotel about 45 minutes away from the port at 7 a.m. And I woke up that early because I wanted to go to the gym, get a little quick workout in before we went on the boat. That was fun. There was only about 3 dumbbells varying from 2.5 pounds to the 75 and 95 pound range. So I decided, you know what, instead of going and doing a little workout, I'm just going to do a little walk. So I ended up doing about a 30-minute walk this morning. It was a great way to wake up.
Oh my goodness, why is it so early?
MSC World America is located at the Miami cruise port. It's all the way at the end, like way at the last. So the reason it takes so long to drive there is because we have to drive through all the traffic for all the other cruises in order to actually get to our terminal. But once we actually got to the terminal, we took an Uber, so we didn't really have to worry about parking. And we got dropped off, and then from the point that we walked in the door and got all the way through security, got our bags checked and everything like that, it took 5 minutes because MSC uses this like facial recognition thing. So you'll take a photo before you get on the boat when you're like signing up for your cruise and everything and putting on your information, and they'll take a photo and then they'll compare that photo at the port using, I think, AI or something, and it'll let you like stand up to the camera and be like, and then it'll like take your photo, and then you don't even have to like show your boarding pass. We had our boarding passes out and we were like, okay, when are we gonna show this? And we never did, actually, which is crazy. It's the first time I've ever had to do that. Since we got to the port so early, we waited, I think, like 30 minutes for all of the yacht club members to go ahead and pre-board. It wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty fun. We were given a little number card and at random, and they called our numbers one by one, starting at like 1, and we were group 7, so we only waited like 20 minutes extra, which really wasn't that bad. We were on the boat by 10, which is actually crazy. We were one of the first people on because we decided to show up like at the same time that people were still leaving the boat. I think that's our tradition, actually. Something I've recently liked to start doing whenever I get on a cruise ship is I'll have my swimsuit in my carry-on, and then at MSC you can, like, right as soon as you get on the boat, you can go to your stateroom. You don't have to wait for it to be ready. You can just go ahead and drop off your stuff. I'll go ahead and change into my swimsuit, and as people are boarding, everyone's thinking, oh, I want to get some food. So I'll hit some food, I'll eat that food, and then no one's like, you know what, I'm gonna hop in the pool. I'm gonna go down the slides. So, being the smart thinker I am, I hop in the pool. I'm the only person there. It's the best time to go swimming on a cruise, in my opinion. Past couple cruises I've been on there, I've been the only person in the pool, and then some cruise lines, I think Carnival was the last one, they'll come around and like snap your photo if you're doing something crazy. I guess. I ended up on the photo wall of the Carnival app last time. That's completely unrelated. I also was the first person, there's a line you have to go to in order to like get this wristband. So you sign a waiver, and it clears you for the ropes course and all the slides and the activities like that. I got in a really short line. I saw the line was like way longer once I left. As to the back of the ship, it's by the ropes course. If you hit that up earlier, it's a lot better. And you can go down the slides, because to go down the slides you need a wristband. It shows you your height in centimeters. I'm an American, I don't really know what that is. Well, anyways, there was a slide. There's a slide that you can go down, 1 or 2 people, and it's this tube slide. So I went down that a couple times. There's only like 2 tubes out. I would hate to grab that in a rush, like when there's a ton of people trying to go down the slides. I was able to just go down and down and down and down the slides. There's 3 slides. There's the tube slide you can go down. They call it like VR racers, but there's no VR headset, and there's nothing VR about it. In the middle of the slide area, there's this slide. The floor, you stand on it, and like this tube encloses you, and then you drop down. And I wanted to do that one, but it was closed when I went up there, which is sad. But I will try that on later in the cruise. To the right, there's 3 slides. So it's like one big slide, and then in the middle there's like this cut thing, but it doesn't go all the way up. So you can see over a little bit to your person you're racing, which is really fun. It's really, really hot in that slide for some reason. I don't really know why. The gym on this cruise ship is the best gym that I have seen by far. I've gone on a lot of cruises throughout my life. There's been a lot of Carnival cruises, and I did like 5 or so Royal Caribbean cruises. I used to love Carnival because I was like platinum back when they did that. And then they canceled all of our memberships, and then like, well, I guess not canceled, but they removed all the statuses, and you're like, well, you can only have a status if you spend $20,000 a year on cruises. If you don't, you lose all your stuff. And my family was like, nope, not doing that. Now we're on MSC, and I honestly love MSC a lot more. It has just so much more, super fancy. The food is phenomenal. So many good things. All right, enough of me talking. It's time for me to give y'all a stateroom tour. All right, right as you walk in, here's the bathroom. Well, the thing I really don't like is there's this flashing thing, which in a second, all of the lights will go out. You have to put your key card in order for there to be power in the room, which, you know, I don't really like that, but kind of have to live with it. Here's the bathroom. You know what? There is the shower. I think it's a little smaller, but you know what? It's a cruise, so I don't really care. Hi. There's the poo chute. There's a couple shelves, the sink, and then here's this really fun area right here. You know, as you're pooping, you can 3D look at yourself. Oh, and there's a zoom in area. Yeah. Anyways, my family has this really cool thing where we like put it on the back of the door, so it gives us a lot more storage. There's a couple metal hooks that come in the stateroom that you can hang up your lanyards and your phone stuff. But my family likes to bring a lot of the magnets that just sticks to the walls since the walls are made of metal. Over here is where the most of your storage will be. There's a couple shelves and drawers which we stick all of our clothes in. If you slide it this way, there's a little spot for shoes, more hangers, and a little bit more storage space. The couch turns into a bed. There's this little desk thing. There's not a ton of storage in this one. This is the mini fridge. This is a little drawer, it's tiny. That one has the hair dryer. This is the safe. And then you have like one little drawer right here for storage. Hi. Here's the TV. Yeah. 2 shelves. There's this big old mirror right here, which, you know what, is really fun because as you're sleeping, you can look at yourself. Yo. Here's the balcony. Yeah. Cue the balcony footage. There's a chair, a stool, and a chair. Now the fun thing is if you don't close your balcony door like this, then your AC doesn't work, which is fun. We have some photos, we have some hats. So that's our cruise room. I hope you enjoyed the room tour. It was my first room tour, but hey, it won't be the last. Tonight I'll be giving y'all a little bit of a tour of the boat. We are going to see I think a play about Queen. It's like not a play, it's like a show. So that should be really fun.
Let me hear you make some